friends, back again with another video. Today showing you some awesome music video effects from Caterpillar, Royce the 5'9". Eminem music video came out I think about 2 weeks ago. We're going to be showing you some really easy to do stuff that you can do all within Premiere. You're not going to need any plugins for this. I'm also going to show you how to add the little drawn on animations within After Effects, which is super easy. If you guys do follow along with this tutorial, no matter if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, promise you guys it's super easy to recreate these effects and put your own touch on it to make some really cool stuff. So anyways, before we start talking about how to do this and hop in here, make sure you guys subscribe if you guys are new, leave a like if you do enjoy it. It helps the growth of this channel a huge amount. As always, check out the links in the description for anything relevant to this video that's going to help you out. So let's hop right into Premiere here. I really wanted to just be creative with this and just throw a bunch of random stuff in here. I'm going to show you some simple stuff on how you can set it up, how to do the overlays, how to get this kind of like inverted red look. I'm going to show you how to do this kind of split screen stuff with the tape. I'm going to show you how to do all the cool stuff that's in that video, and I'm going to try and do it within a reasonable amount of time. So like I said, let's get right into this. Here's what we have. We just have this footage of riffraff, and what I did was I just applied an Ultra key just to kind of key out the background. Like I said, it works best if you do this with a green screen. I'm pretty sure they shot that whole music video for Royce the 5'9" and Eminem in a studio with either a white screen or a green screen, so it's going to work either way. It's going to make it easier just to put stuff in the background, manipulate the background, and just to have your subject really separated from all that. It doesn't have to be green screen, but it's going to work a lot easier to do this step that I'm about to show you right now. So first, I'm going to show you how to set up the scene of the kind of grainy black and white look. So to start with the basics, let's just go to our effects library right here, and then we're just going to look up a simple black and white effect. Alright, so under image control, it's right here, black and white. Let's place that on our clip, and then we're going to come over to our color workspace and our Lumetri color panel, and then what we can do is we can just drop down the shadows. You might have noticed in that music video there's a lot of really deep contrast, so we're going to bump the contrast up, and we're just going to make the shadows a little bit darker. And whenever you shoot this, you can have some nice natural shadows. Like I said, I'm trying to make this as close to the music video as possible. If you guys want, you can just apply this to any footage you like. So we have some nice contrast in there. We got some nice shadows. Now let's set up that nice gritty background. So what we're going to do is just drag this layer up into video layer 3 so that we have some room underneath it. And we're going to bring in some of these little clips that I have cut up right here. So in that music video, they used a lot of really unique overlays, such as this kind of scratchy film look, a bunch of other cool animations and overlays that they have over top of that. Later on, I'm going to show you the animations, but for all of the overlays, super easy for you guys to do this. Check out the link in the description. I have a free pack on my website. You guys can get this $0, 100% free, and it's just going to give you a bunch of stuff like this. So from my VHS overlay pack, this is snow and old film overlay, and then we just have some film damage overlay, and like I said, link to that will be in the description, MediaMonopoly.co. So we can just drag these already cut up clips beneath our layer, and if you did what I did and you actually keyed it out, you might need to nest this clip before you place these underneath. So I right clicked it and I nested it before I did any of that, just so the transparent background wasn't messing up. And you can see we have a nice, pretty similar background. I'm pretty sure in the actual music video they had this kind of little slow animated, just gritty background, but I did a simple recreation of that just by adding a noise effect just to add some grains. So you guys can do that by going to your effects library and then just looking up the noise effects, and then you can scroll down here, it's under noise. You can even add dust and scratches if you want, just something to give a textured look to the background. And then I always turn off colored noise. And don't be afraid to add a lot of it, because whenever you do render it out, the noise is probably going to be reduced, just because noise doesn't really do good with renders, especially if you're compressing that for YouTube standards. That's really easy to do. You just need to add that overlay clip from the pack on my website. Okay, so now let's start showing you guys some fun stuff. So let's bring over another one of these clips. We're going to get rid of the black and white. We just have the pre-key footage that we started with, just like the original. And I'm going to show you a really cool thing you can do using a free preset from my website once again. That silhouette tutorial video I made, I think 2 weeks back, I gave you guys 5 free presets which you guys can use for this. Those will also be on my website. You just need to install those presets, and they're right here. Free silhouette effects, pre-keyed footage only. All you need to do is just drag this one right here. So this is Max Novak darkness invert, and if you guys don't want to use the preset, you want to create your own from scratch, check out the video. It'll show you how to do it step by step. I'm just going to be using a preset just to kind of speed things up because we have a lot to cover here. So if you want, download that preset. It'll give you this awesome inverted look that we got right here. Now that you have that on your clip, what we're going to do is right click this and we're going to nest it. And make sure that you are nested in the clips whenever I say so, because it's an important thing to do to get everything to work. Now that you have this nested and you have a clean slate in your effect controls, what you can do is come over to your color and then your Lumetri color workspace, and then you can just make this whatever color you want. So I'm going to keep it similar to the music video. I'm going to make it a nice red color. You can really mess around and experiment with this. It's really up to you how you want to do it. Alright, so we got our cool grainy stuff with the overlays, and then we got our inverted red. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add that slice through the middle of them, and we're going to make it look like he's performing back and forth. There's going to be kind of like a paper cut through the middle, And one side's going to be a red inverted, on the other side's going to be our grainy black and white scene. So that's kind of difficult to explain through words, but we're going to show you guys how to do it, and it's actually pretty easy. So what we're going to do, we're going to line these two on top of each other so that they're synced up. So this is the same scene, so all I need to do is just drag this over top, and they'll be perfectly linked up. So if I hide this layer, it should be in the same spot, which it is, just like that. And I have all these overlays as my background, all this kind of grainy stuff that I was talking about earlier when we were setting up the black and white stuff. To make that easier, just to kind of combine that into one layer, I'm going to select all of that, and I'm just going to nest that. So now we have one clip, it's the black and white clip with our grainy background. Now let's go ahead and bring over our black and red clip, and they're going to be synced, and they're going to be overlaying on top of each other just like that. Now let's kind of add that paper effect through the middle. So to do that, I actually just found it on Google. If you just go on Google and you looked up rip paper, you'll find a bunch of these right here. And then what I did, I'm going to link a download down below. Just go ahead and save that, download it however you want to do. Drag that into your project just like this, and this is what you're gonna have. So let's go ahead and click on that. Let's go up to our effect controls right here, and then let's just click this box next to motion, and let's actually just drag this up. Now let's go ahead and just rotate this, and you can place this however you want. If you want it to be split screen like in the music video, you can. I kind of did like a diagonal thing, so I added a little rotation and then just repositioned this so that it's kind of going across the screen however you want, just like that. So that's how I'm going to position mine, and I'm going to scale it up so that there's nothing here. So scale it up like that, and that looks great. So we have black on this side, white on that side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the black and white clip aside for now. I'm going to work with the black and red clip and then the paper split that we got right here. So my goal right now is just to get this part of the black filled with this part of the layer. So I want the split to be going through this, and then anything above that, which is in the white area here, I want that to be gone. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up the track matte key in my effect library here. So look up track matte key. Now place that on your top clip, your black and red clip right here. And I'm going to take my paper, I'm going to move it above it, click on our black and red clip, and then go over to our effect controls, come down to find that track matte key. Now go ahead and set the matte to whatever video layer our paper strip is in. So it's in video layer 3. I'm going to set it to video layer 3, and then I'm going to use composite using matte Luma. And here we have it. We have just the strip. Everything outside of that strip is cut away, and you can even click reverse to choose which part you want it on. So I'll just click reverse and have the black and red at the bottom, which is looking good. That's how you use the paper to kind of cut it away. Now let's just bring back our black and white clip and just overlay it. Now that you've done that, you can take your black and red clip and just place it above the paper layer. So we have it just like that, and make sure you don't move this, because if you do move this out of video layer 3, it's going to mess up the matte just like that, as you guys see. So keep that in whatever matte you selected. Alright, so that's looking good. Let's go ahead and take our black and white clip. Let's place that above everything, and then we can show that layer. Now we're ready to put it all together. So we've got our black and red cut out like that. We have our black and white placed back on top of it. Now to get everything to show, let's click on our top clip, and let's just go to our opacity right here in our effect controls. Let's change the blend mode to darken. Just like that. You're going to see it all come back. You're going to see we have the nice color staying the same, adding a little bit of distortion onto that because it's only overlaid. So to get rid of that and to get the nice red color that we want here, what we're going to do is we're just going to crop out the part of the top layer. So let's just add a little crop effect onto there, and let's come up to our effect controls, and then let's just draw a little mask to just get rid of that part, just like this. Connect it all, and then just make left 100%, just like that, and you're gonna see the color come back nice. If you want, you can add a little feather. Doesn't really make that big of a difference, but that is an option. So that is how you get that. If we play it, like I said, it's gonna be completely synced together. Looks really, really cool. And as always, you could add the overlay on top of that just to add some more of that kind of grain. So I'll add this black kind of like scratches from my free pack. I'll go up to my effect controls, my opacity, and then I'll just change the blending mode until it's where I want. So depending on what you change. Okay guys, so that's most of the tutorial in a nutshell. I'm just gonna show you quickly how you can add little animations onto this. What I do is I just select them all. I'm just going to nest it so that it's in one little clip just like that. Then I'm going to select it, Control C to copy it, and I'm just going to put it in a new sequence. So File, New Sequence, make sure it's the same settings, click OK. Control V to paste in the new sequence, and I'm only doing this so that I can just render out just this clip. The reason why I'm doing that is just to create a nice MP4 with high settings so not any of the quality is lost. I don't have to worry about weird stuff whenever we try and bring it in After Effects, because there's so many effects kind of thrown onto this and molded together that I'll show you. So if I right click this and just bring this into After Effects, it's just going to be completely screwed up because it doesn't convert well. As you see, it's just kind of messed up like that. So I'll just undo that, and I'm just going to render this out. So I'll go to File, Export, media, and I have a preset to get this super HD, which is going to look good. It's a few second clip, so it's going to go by super quick. And like I said, this is only if you want to add animations over top of everything. So let's go and find that clip that I just exported. This is actually a really good technique if you guys do want to add more effects onto something that already has a huge amount of editing onto it. So that's what it looks like rendered. Now we can just right click that and then replace that with an After Effects composition. You guys are going to see it looks all nice and good just like this, and there's no effects in the effect controls. Now quickly, just to recap how you can add little line animations over top of this. If you want the full step-by-step video tutorial on how to do that, link will be in the description. All you need to do is just double click on this sequence right here until you see it pop up in a layer. If it still says composition, just double click this again until you are in a layer. Now what we can do is just click this little paintbrush. It's going to open up this paint menu, and make sure that duration is set to single frame. If you're not seeing that, you might have to click this little 3 lines here, go to panel group settings, and make sure that you have to uncheck that because sometimes it doesn't show up depending on what version of Premiere you have. So make sure duration is single frame. You can pick your color, you can go to your brushes, and in the music video is a smaller brush, kind of like matching the lines. So choose whatever you want, and then to create the animations, just draw something, click the page down key to move over 1 frame, and just draw something frame by frame just like that. And when you play it back, so I'll click page up, this is what it's going to look like. So it's going to look like some cool hand-drawn little stuff. And I like how they chose to go with kind of a smaller brush for this because it kind of blends in really well with these scratch overlays. Okay guys, so that is a full tutorial on a lot of the key elements in that Royce the 5'9" Eminem music video Caterpillar. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, if you guys are new here, join the community. We got tutorials, travel videos, music videos, a bunch of awesome stuff happening here. If you guys did enjoy, like I said, leave a like. Helps a huge amount. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.